peace to the world.
Today we're doing something that I'm really excited about. We are finally starting our own compost bin. Well, we're doing compost in a couple ways. We got a compost tumbler for Christmas from my aunt and uncle, which I'm super excited about. It accelerates the composting and say the word for me, decomposition. It accelerates the process, so it'll get it going even faster. We knew we were getting ready to compost or begin the composting process, so I started this bag of kitchen scraps that I've been keeping in the freezer that we're gonna use for our green materials. But you know what else it makes great for compost is chicken poop. And I have 3 5-gallon buckets of chicken poop that we're going to incorporate into our compost. I also have here, this came with our gift from my aunt, this Compost Plus. This is gonna help us kickstart our compost process. But we're also gonna build ourselves a little hot composting bin out of bricks that we have pulled out of our property. We'll repurpose them into a compost bin. We're always planting new trees and plants and flowers and bushes on top of planting a garden. We built this big beautiful garden last year, so now we're gonna have some even better soil to kickstart our garden come the springtime. This is something I'm really excited for. Blue's been a little bit hesitant about it, but I'm looking forward to it. I feel like this is a good way to start 2021. Let's get to work.
I'm gonna hit you if you don't move.
So right now Blue is gonna drag out a spot, gonna level it out, trying to get some of the weeds and dry stuff out of there. We don't want weed seeds growing in our compost. So hopefully this will kind of get some out. This is where we've been tossing a lot of our old materials and stuff that we thought maybe we might use someday. We also decided to go to the back of the property for this compost sort of bin container in particular, because it's not going to be made with the prettiest materials. That way it's not going to be looking all kind of like in our yard. So here's the reality of the situation. Blue and I just had a little off-camera, I guess you'd call it an argument. I was so excited about the composting. Blue didn't even want to do this to begin with. I had a whole plan of how I was going to build this second hot compost bin compartment container out of bricks. I spent all this time researching and coming up with a plan, and we got out here and I started to build it, and Blue decided that he was going to just bogart the operation and do it his way. He did grow up doing this kind of stuff. I grew up in the suburbs and we didn't do stuff like this.
In my defense, I think you have to tell everybody our argument wasn't about the science, it was about the size
Which is science.
It is not science. What are you talking about?
Our list does not like that we are arguing.
No, our list doesn't like the fact that he hasn't been fed yet. I just wanted it bigger. You were building it too small, and we have a huge lot. We need extra. We have a huge garden. We have a huge lawn. We're constantly planting trees. Isn't this what you said at the beginning of the video? We need more than like a 2x2 square.
It was going to be 3x3, but it was going to be higher. And the point is that we don't have enough material to make this high.
If you build that, how tall would you have wanted it? 6 feet? You said. What was your?
I would have probably gone 1 brick higher.
Okay, so 3x3, like 1 brick higher.
Tall.
Now,
like 3x3x3.
Now put your hand on that wall and wobble it over.
That was a problem.
Yes, it still is.
Now realize
so as you're getting in there and you're trying to churn it, they're just gonna topple over. You have to have room to get in there and use your tools. And
yeah, but now it's not contained. So now it's not as hot. Now it's not as.
It depends on how much you have in there. If you have enough in there.
This will never be contained. This will always be an open pit. Listen, I get it. I think that,
Listen, Nancy, I'm cold and hungry.
I know, our son is cold and hungry too. I think we have to call it a wrap for today and come back tomorrow and pick this up. Listen, I understand you grew up doing this kind of stuff. You grew up in the mountains, working on the land. So we're gonna do it your way.
We're not doing it my way.
We are doing it your way.
The actual structure is to my liking because in reality, I know I'm gonna be the one out here the majority of time, churning it. When have you ever been out here with a hose? Ever? Never.
The hose is not even gonna reach out. We're so far away from a
Matt,
water source out here.
we have 400 feet of hose that I drag through this property all the time.
Listen, we're gonna do it this way. We'll see in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months from now if this produces proper.
Listen, you know what? Point is, argument not over.
I can't even remember what it's called now because I'm so worked up. What is it called? Compost.
Compost, decomposition. What was the other word you used?
Decomposition.
No, there's another one in the house that you were.
Decompose. I don't remember. Listen.
You didn't remember at the time either.
Listen. I at least have my little tumbler here that's gonna make me happy. I'll at least have enough for. Oh, look who came to visit. Are you feeling left out?
Susan!
It's not Susan.
No, you know why I call him Susan? Because when Crow brings him into the garage, he says, Susan! Look, handsome, beautiful.
Long-haired white cat.
So beautiful, kitty.
So dirty.
After a hard day's work in the yard, Matt's gonna make us food. Can I get a kale yeah? All right, HelloFresh hooking us up again, supporting our channel. We have 3 options for food, Matt. Pub-style shepherd's pie.
Yum.
Pork flautas.
Yeah, supreme. Ooh.
Supreme.
I think that's what I'm making. That looks so good.
Buffalo spice crispy chicken breasts.
That sounds delicious too.
This guy here.
Yeah, I'm always down for some Mexican food. I've been craving it lately too. I think it's because we usually eat it so much when we can go to restaurants, but right now we're not able to go to restaurants.
We haven't had it for a year.
So
Cook time. Where's it say cook time?
on the front. Jeez. Clearly I'm the one who always makes it.
30 minutes! I'm gonna hand it over to you so you could
Alright, give
make
me it.
this.
HelloFresh offers so many recipes every week to help you break out of your recipe rut. You're not always baking the same thing over and over for your family. You can actually save up to 28% by using HelloFresh versus going to a regular grocery store. Who can be mad at that? One of our favorite things about HelloFresh is that their carbon footprint is actually 25% less than any meals made from a regular grocery store. You can easily change your delivery days or food preferences or even skip a week if you need to. I can tell you from our personal experience, my family is super excited any night of the week that we are having HelloFresh. I love it because it means I'm getting to make something new and exciting and something that I know is gonna taste really yummy. So go to HelloFresh.com and use our code MNB10 to get 10 free meals, including free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com, our code MNB10, 10 free meals and free shipping. So we're back out the next day. It's not nearly as cold. It's, sun's out, feeling good. We got some piles made. This is I'm cleaning up the chicken coop, hay mixed with chicken poop, which will be kind of like a brown and a green. Got all this from our Christmas tree. So our Christmas tree will go back into our garden, which is pretty fun way to recycle your tree. So this will add a lot of green and brown. These will totally dry fast, so we'll have to keep adding a lot of green. But and then we got our chicken poop, which is gonna add some nitrogen or the green elements to our compost. So we got some good piles here to get started. I feel like we're good. We're ready to just start filling her up. All right, so we fired this guy up because we're gonna chip up some of these, our Christmas tree branches and maybe any other branches that we have around the property, because the smaller the pieces that we put into the compost, faster they decompose. It'll help us get going a little faster. We're ready to sort of start filling this guy up. Crow is a champ. He went out to the garden with me and he collected some stuff, but we got some old green, like cabbage. Then we got some old zucchini. I think as we do this, we're gonna kind of just divvy up. So I have the tumbler right here. There's my freezer scraps I kind of left in there last night. I'm gonna dump those in. What's great about this little guy, it's got 2 compartments here and this little sliding door. So we've got our adding side, or this compartment to add to, and then this other side will be the weight side. Like we're waiting for it to compost. Once this compartment is full, you just slide this door out, flip it around, put it back in. So now my little clock or time will be on this side, and I know I can start working on this side. And then this will get us like a nice little kickstart. You know, it's that Crow actually helped me build this, didn't you, Crow? We built this in the garage together. So I feel like you should help. Bring it over here to this compartment, to this side. Chicken feathers, I don't know
If
how.
you turned it, it would be easier for him to.
Oh, okay, all right. We've been waiting for the big moment. Give it its first tumble. All right, give it another, like 3 times. Dump it in. All right, now we've got all of our hay, kind of mixed with chicken poop. We got our Christmas tree, pine wood chips and clippings, and then a bunch of just stuff that's we pulled out of the garden. So you see there's some like old zucchini, there's bell peppers, cucumbers, cabbage all in there. And because we have tons of it, I'm gonna sprinkle some chicken poop in here. Oof.
Ugh. Jack nasty.
Let's make you big gag.
Look, the hose that doesn't reach.
All right, so that's it. That's our little compost starter. I'm really excited to have this process going. I can't believe that we haven't already done this. Like the video, you like our little composting kind of tutorial, not really, just more telling you what we're doing. Or if you just like us, give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, all that stuff. We're gonna turn some trash into gold. Oh, look that puppy dog. I'm coming. Harlan! Come on, Harlan!